Welcome back to GoldSeek TV. I'm here in Vancouver at the VRIC conference speaking about silver opportunities. I've got Mark Brown, the chairman of Silver North Resources. Mark, great to have you here.
Great to be here. Thanks for having me, Peter.
Well, it's great to be following up with you. We spoke several weeks ago on the back of some initial drill results from your Haldane, the silver project up north here. But now you've got several more drill results that just came out. So let's talk about how those look. How did the last batch look?
We're so excited because we actually drilled 8 holes. 1 got lost, but the other 7 all hit high-grade silver, which is pretty unusual. It's actually very unusual for it to hit on all your holes in the program. When I say high-grade silver, I'm talking long intercepts, 10 to 20 meters of plus 500 grams per ton silver, plus lead and zinc.
Very nice. So the drill season was a success. This concludes, I believe, the drill program for this last season.
Yeah, this is all finished. And so we've quickly raised some money, and we are actually already planning for having 2 drill rigs on our project for the next 2 years, actually.
So it's going to get a lot more aggressive from this point out. So what did this drill season tell you and show you? Obviously, you had good results. Do you keep focusing on this one area that you've been drilling out, or
that's a good question, because there's actually 4 key areas where we've been drilling. We've only been putting a lot of holes. These 7 holes were in one area. So we want to get to these other 3 areas, but we've actually got 12 kilometers of strike length in different areas. These are faults where high-grade silver, lead, and zinc has come up from underground and filled in these faults with minerals like siderite and galena, and all these things kind of build up, and you get the high grade, and you just need to drill a whole bunch in the areas right along the faults, and that's where you hit this. And we're starting to learn more and more about the project, so we're hitting incredibly amount of high-grade silver, so it's exciting.
So it is exciting. You're next to a producing silver asset, Hecla's mine up there. Tell us a little more about the location of the project.
Yeah, so we're in Keno Hill, right in smack dab in the middle of the Yukon. We're in the traditional territory of the Nuu-chah-nulth First Nation, who we work with regularly. And the Keno Hill mine, which has been there since early 1900s, is still operating today, producing high-grade silver. And they're also drilling quite a bit for exploration. And they continue to hit more and more high-grade silver, and they're getting deeper too. They originally thought these deposits were going to be higher grade zinc as they went lower, but they've actually been hitting higher grade silver. And when we've been going deeper, we've been hitting higher grade silver, but also like a gram plus of gold in different areas. So that's kind of new for us. So we got a little bit of a gold kicker to this too.
Well, you're also adjacent to the Banyan gold project too, and they've I don't know what the 7 million plus are. They're probably even more than that now. That's the whole area is just lighting up.
Yeah, like Keno Hill's here, and we're the same geology next door here, and Banyan's down here, which is the gold, 0.6 grams, 7 million ounces. But Banyan also just hit a really high-grade silver hole right at the end of the property that's right near us.
Oh, okay.
And it's the exact same mineralization, siderite. One of the intercepts, I think, was 1.7 at 10,000 grams per ton silver.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I was talking to their CEO yesterday about it, and I actually got to see the drill core because we were up there in October. We didn't know the grade at that time, but the core looks exactly like our drill core. So it's interesting what they're finding, and it's kind of right near where we are. So there's lots going on.
Lots of drilling, so that helps each other kind of understand the geology. You've got a lot of support from your neighbors there. It sounds like Hecla is supportive, and Banyan, so that's
absolutely. We stay at Banyan's camp because they're a bigger operation than us, so we use their facilities when we're up there. And actually, one of the key geologists, a gentleman called Seymour, who works for Hecla, comes over and checks out what we're doing, and he's actually due for a checkup lately. But his studies of what they've been doing on the structure of the faults, and there's cross faults and transverse faults, what he has figured out about how they're hitting things at Hecla is exactly what we are finding in our ground. So it's helping. It's a guide for us to see where we can hit more silver.
So you're raising a lot of money right now. Obviously, the silver markets have changed dramatically compared to a year ago. It was a struggle to raise even $1 million or $2 million bucks. Now, $10 million raise.
Yeah, it'll be a bit over $10 million, and the idea is very simple. First of all, a couple of big funds that we really like, a couple out of Europe that I can't say the name of, but very strong supporters of companies long term, came in, and we were like, we've been actually talking to them for a couple of years, and we were like, we're happy to have you in. So we increased the financing quite a bit, but that funds us for 2 years of drilling, which actually saves us a bunch of money on the drilling, because we're looking at one drill contractor that may leave their drills there for 2 years, and we'll only be drilling this summer most likely, but we'll have 2 drills turning starting probably June 1st.
Well, that puts a company in a great position not to be at the mercy of the market, and be well financed into a silver bull market. you have a second project, which I believe is next to the core mining
Silvertip
mine. So tell us more about that. What's happening there? You have a joint venture agreement. So
Yeah, so Coeur is operating that project. It's called the Tim Projects. It's in the very south area of the Yukon, right next to their Silvertip mine, which is actually in British Columbia. And the Silvertip mine is shut down right now because they're doing a huge amount of exploration and building a large resource. And it's a CRD, a carbonate replacement type deposit. So they've looked at ours and said, oh, this is actually very similar. We've only drilled a few holes in it, but there's a whole bunch of targets and some high-grade silver at surface. So we're hoping this summer they do quite a bit of drilling and see what we find there. They can earn up to 80% of the project, but they fund everything. So that one's also well-financed for us.
So that's being developed, pushed ahead by them, and then you're focused on the Haldane, if I'm saying it.
Yeah, which we own 100% of Haldane. Yeah.
And so that, what do you think would happen, say, after next year or so of drilling? Can you put out initial resource?
That is the plan, probably from this one area, but really we'd like to get some drill holes in these other areas. These faults kind of pinch and swell and get big, and you drill along, and then you want to hit the core, and you want to go deep and find what's there. And the more holes we can get it, the bigger we can put a resource estimate together. But that is the plan. I mean, that's a huge value add for our shareholders, is to get enough drilling done to get initial mineral resource estimate.
And what is it, market cap? What's the valuations of the companies these days?
So it's interesting right now. It's a bit of opportunity because we just did this financing at 40 cents. We're kind of capped at 40 cents right now, but the financing closes soon. And I think once that pressure's gone, we'll start to drift up again because we were at 50 cents a few weeks ago. But we're market cap around 40 million bucks right now.
And that's Canadian.
Canadian.
So even cheaper for the American viewers.
Yes, very much.
So you're a microcap silver stock. You're hitting it big up north by active silver project. A major silver producer.
Yeah.
Very nice position to be in, and not now being able to be more aggressive.
Absolutely. And you know, will we ever build a mine at Haldane? Probably not. We've got a mill right next door that has the exact same kind of ore as ours going into it, run by Hecla, one of the biggest US silver producers. And we keep them up to date on what we're doing. And as we build out that resource, there's every chance that they'll want to have what we've got. So
excellent. Well, great opportunity. I'm a shareholder, investor, so it's great to see this develop. And now we have the silver price helping us out, and things are happening.
I have to say, the most money I've ever made, the last company I made, helped build that became $500 million company. The metal prices were going up just like silver is, and we were making a discovery just like we are at Haldane. And those two combinations together give you your multi-bagger.
Awesome. Well, we'll keep following up on the story, Mark. Thank you for your time and giving us insights and update on the project. And I look forward to talking with you soon.
Awesome. Thanks to be here. Great to be here.
Thank you.